Yep. Yep.
Can't believe they didn't fire him, right?
I'm sure they were fired.
They said they didn't say that.
I'm sure they
Put
were.
it out there.
Fired,
They said,
sued.
We're sorry to see that this person sent it from the wrong Twitter account.
You know, and then there were tweets saying, my grandma just smashed her brand new KitchenAid on the couch on the floor and will never buy one again. That was one of the tweets. Well, there was one
last week, actually, with the pictures of, the storm that somebody, posted. You had it on your Facebook, not the Statue of Liberty, but the other one, where, a guy in a very high posh job lost his job for it.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be really. I mean, there are so many examples. Oh, and by the way, if someone criticizes you on social media, don't delete them. Don't delete criticism. Would you go to your spouse and say to your spouse, your feelings don't matter? How fast would that last, Chris? Not very.
I'm really not into that.
Let me show you what I mean.
Of course they do, honey.
Here's one of my clients. Okay, Zone Sports Academy in Somerville. Someone went on their page. Brian Cooper said, "Screw you! I didn't get my free Gatorade." Publicly. They were going to delete it. They were all bent out of shape, and I said, "Don't delete it. Here's what you do." And Brian Cooper liked his status. Thank you, Brian. Brilliant. Zone Sports Academy. Oops, where'd it go? Hey, come back. Hey, stop it. Here, sorry. So we're sorry you're upset, Brian. I understand how you feel. Did you make sure you like us? You can come and get your free Gatorade at any time. And then I said, you're not done yet. Days later, Brian, did you get your free Gatorade yet? And someone said, Nick said, Brian says thank you, because apparently Brian's too cowardly and probably felt really stupid putting it in the first place, right? Turning a negative into a positive. Zone Sports Academy cares that Brian didn't get his free Gatorade. Don't delete criticism, engage them. I'm sorry you feel that way. What can I do to make it right? Let's set up a phone conversation for next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Next Tuesday at 3 o'clock, we just got off the phone. Was your concern answered to your satisfaction? If not, let's do it again. Or you can say, I've tried 3 times publicly to reach out. I'm going to assume this issue is closed. Any questions, give us a call. Don't delete criticism. And don't take shortcuts. So I got a gift certificate to Fandango, and I was having a problem booking my Fandango tickets on my phone. And I sent them a tweak, because I couldn't get through to them. And I said, I'm having a problem with Fandango. They sent me a direct message saying, hey, here's a free $3 certificate to your next movie. What? Are you kidding? I mean, if I went to Dave Durr, I said, Dave, I have a concern with my graphics. Dave goes, oh, here's some money. And I went to Twitter, but that's what they did. That's what they did. Yeah, that's ridiculous, right? I went back to them on Twitter. I said, wait a second. You didn't even ask what my problem was or even try to solve it. I don't want $3. What's that, a quarter box of popcorn? I want my issue resolved, not a free $3 voucher. Don't take shortcuts, just like in business. It's no different.
Get about 15 minutes.
Okay, great. Let's just wrap up real fast with groups on LinkedIn, because groups is awesome. Groups are awesome? Anyway, so groups. Groups are the place where you can really create and share thought leadership and really connect with other people who are in like-minded industry. So I joined, look at the kinds of groups I joined. I joined a bunch of social media ones, but I'm not going to get leads in social media groups. I am going to get leads in government contracting. I want to be a government subcontractor. I joined government contracting groups. I said, I'm a social media strategist looking to subcontract to the federal government. And a company in Woodbridge reached out to me and said, we want to work with you. We are now working together on bids around the world for governments. I just threw it out there. I'm looking to do this. Can someone help me? Right? If you want to connect with attorneys, join attorneys groups, Norm, and then get out there and say, hello, everyone, Mr. Attorney, the attorney space. Here's something that lawyers need to know about IT repair. Understand what your strategic business objectives are. Join those groups and consistently post content on those groups that your audience would like. I wrote a blog post that got pretty popular called In Defense of New Jersey. Hundreds and hundreds of people clicked on this around the country. I defended New Jersey, right? I posted this in all my groups. And I got some good interaction. Not great, but I got a bunch of comments and stuff. But it's not about me. I didn't make this about me. I made it about defending my home state during this tough time. I got some traction, right? And people are coming to me and saying, well, that's awesome. When I became social media mentor for this tech launch group up in North Jersey, I said on all my LinkedIn groups, I am so honored to be a part of this tech launch thing. It's a high-tech accelerator program, and I'm mentoring these. I said, I'm so glad to be helping drive the engine of entrepreneurship in New Jersey. I had people reach out to me like crazy saying, how do I get involved? How do I hire you to do my social media, right? By posting stuff that's not about you directly. You can still tell people what you're doing and create thought leadership and have people come to you through groups. Join the groups that you're most interested in. Share content consistently about your industry or about what people in those groups want. They'll trust you and they'll come back to you. Yes?
How do you connect your Facebook business page with LinkedIn?
I don't. And here's what I do.
I saw your Facebook
Yes.
post, right?
Yes. That was this one right here, you mean?
Yeah.
No, that's my blog.
Oh.
Here's what I do. I shorten every link I have with this tool called Bitly. And what Bitly does a lot of things. A lot of things. But I can't go into Bitly. But just go home and play with Bitly. It's awesome. But it shortens links. So you have a really, really long URL. For example, let's go to Mashable, one of my favorite sites. Well, there's a lot of reasons why tiny URL. I mean, that's fine. Let's go. All right, family and parenting. I don't know. Whatever. Just let's snag any random article about this power outage. I'll find this article. I'll copy it here. I'll paste it here. That's a short link. I copy this and I post it on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Sorry? The missing link. But what Bitly does, just real fast, is it also analyzes. So, for instance, I put on here all of my blog posts. So when I went ahead and put on here, yes, but this you can do. There's a lot of tools. I mean, there are tons of them. Like for instance, I put on here. Let's see. Hurricane in defense of New Jersey, right here. I can see 97 clicks came from this, just from this one short link. And the country source and the source. So I can see that meetup.com got a lot of buzz. A lot of people might post it on my meetup groups, another social app. And on LinkedIn, you can see where it's coming from and what the country is coming from. And sometimes it goes nuts. Sometimes it's a lot of fun because watch this. This is a little off topic, I'm sorry, but it was a good question. So if I go to, let's see, was it e-commerce? Where was it? Google, let's see. Where was it? Oh, one quick second, guys. So anyway, I'm going to skip over. I don't have time. But basically, you shorten the link, and it helps to analyze it. Put it on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and all the groups. That's how I tie them together. It's a little time consuming, but once you get the process down, there are actually ways to get social media. The content comes to you. It cuts a lot of your time out. I can't talk about. This is why I do these really long, in-depth seminars because there's so much to go over. This is a 300,000-foot view, folks. This is a 300,000-foot view. All right, there's so much more that goes into this stuff. But I wanted you to get a sense. Does it give you a sense for sort of the power that this stuff can offer? Connect, build relationships by never marketing yourself.
David, can you just tell us a little bit about how your fee structure works, whether or not you charge based on a consulting fee, hourly basis, project basis? How do you?
I was told not to talk about sales.
Oh,
You have 5 minutes left.
Okay, great. So I charge as much as you have. Max out your credit card. Then you'd like that. So, all right, so basically the fee structure works like this. So the social media seminars are a flat fee, and it really depends. I can come on site and spend normally about 5 hours with you on client site. That's a flat fee for that. And then strategy and implementation are an ongoing basis. I don't charge hourly. Based on the educational seminar, We learn together. We learn about how to apply the tools to your business. Based on that, we can then create a monthly fee structure for strategy and implementation. And it turns, yes.
So this is an abbreviated version of your 5 hours.
Very abbreviated.
Okay, right.
And so because I go through 9 applications at my seminars. In terms of implementation, one of the keys to making any social media work, folks, is authenticity. You've got to speak in your authentic voice. That's the most, you can tell when someone gets on there and it's not you. You can just smell it, right? You can just feel it. So you have to speak in your authentic voice. So what I do is I have either me or my account managers, what we'll do is we'll send you content, write content, you put it in your authentic voice and you put it out to the world. So we do 90% of the work, 10% is done by you, which is sent out to the community. And that way, it also removes liability so that we make sure all the information is correct and not going to damage your business. So that's the educate, strategize, implement a 3-phase approach.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, great. Any other questions? Let's open this 5 minutes, just Q&A. If you guys have all the answers, then I've done my job.
You were going to talk about groups, LinkedIn groups.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, LinkedIn groups. So you're allowed 50 maximum. After 50, it doesn't let you join anymore. So you can only allow 50 groups. And again, I post in groups like CXO community. But really, for me, the real value is like the Morris County Chamber. My alumni networks are really great. Join your college alumni networks and post there. Huge swath of people, and you have that connection with them. Hey, I went to school with you at UMBC. I went to grad school with you at University of, I went to grad school at USC. It's a huge network of people, so I always post in the USC, because the USC grads are around the world, right? So I'm always posting here on USC. And
You have to have gone there?
no. Some groups require that you actually say why you're allowed to join the group, because they're private. You can create private groups. But a lot of them are public. It automatically sends you up. I live in Hunterdon County. I don't do a lot of business there, but I let people know that I'm doing this in Hunterdon County. So I'll post in Hunterdon County groups, Hunterdon County Technology, Morris County Chamber, monitoring social media. This is the scholarship I went to China with, National Secure Education Program. And I don't always post to that because maybe they don't care. They're more international affairs oriented. So something international affairs oriented comes up, I'll post there, but not other places because that's not what they want, right? I know my audience. I know them really, really well. I've been using stuff for over 8 years. It took me a long time to really know who they are and what they want, and I give it to them all the time. It took a long time, though. It's not easy. And by the way, don't expect an immediate return. I was on Facebook for 3 months. I've gotten nothing. It's not going to work. It's going to take time to build and sustain relationships, get the leads, then take the leads offline, and then go through your process of sales. Pain budget decision, right? I listen.
Give away everything.
So that's how you get from here to the sale. The relationship starts here. They trust you. Then you take it offline. That goes for all social media. Does that make sense? And that includes groups here too. I'm just throwing everything everywhere. Absolutely goes for LinkedIn groups as well. Join the groups, post to the groups consistently, know what the people in those groups want. Definitely join alumni groups. Alumni groups are a great way to network. Fantastic way to network. Does that answer your question at all? These are private groups this is the New Jersey Networking Forum. This is a great way to promote yourself without really promoting yourself. See, New Jersey Networking. People are posting stuff. I don't know if you know Pat O'Neill.
Sure.
We were in conversations. Hurricane Sandy relief, how to help. Facebook is fine, but here are 10 ways to network in the real world. It's a great article. And I can go ahead and click like and say thank you very much for that. Hey, Norm.
What?
Emergency IT support services available. This is a little bit too self-promotional, though. I wouldn't do
That's
this.
me.
What's that?
That's mine.
I know, but someone else is. Hurricane Sandy disaster recovery. It's in your field, right? This is the kind of stuff you could be posting in all these groups. Yes, 1 minute. Okay, we're going to wrap up real fast. I wanted to, again, thank you so much. Please eat. Please eat. I paid for it. Eat it, okay? Any questions, I'm always available. I didn't bring business cards with me because I was asked not to sell. So these papers, though, they do have my contact info if you want to connect with me. Thank you all for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Chris, for allowing me to
Thank you.
speak here today.
Thank you.
So thank you.